Hi, this is Recap Cinema. Today I will be reviewing Sisu, an action, adventure movie. Warning: this contains spoilers. The Finns and the Soviet Union struck a deal in late 1944 that said that if the former German allies left Finland, there would be no further hostilities between them. This battle is referred to as the Lapland War, and the German armies strike back against the Finnish people. In the isolated Lapland forest, retired commando and prospector Atami Korpi lives alone with his trusty dog and horse. Atami searches for gold by mining and panning during the day. Although he can see battles going on in the distance, he doesn't seem really interested in them. He finds a large gold deposit, gathers a good number of nuggets, mounts his horse, and rides off toward the closest town while carrying his dog. Atami comes into a 30-man Wehrmacht platoon commanded by the brutal SS Obersturmführer Bruno Helldorf and his Lieutenant Wolf along the route. They are destroying communities while retreating and have captured a number of Finnish women. Helldorf ignores Atami and shows no interest in him. Soon after, Atami is approached by more soldiers who find his gold-filled saddlebags and are about to have him and his dog put to death. But, he quickly dispatches them all. Bruno investigates after hearing gunfire and finds the carnage. One of the dying soldiers had taken one of Atami's gold nuggets, which he finds. Atami is pursued by Bruno and his tank to the edge of a minefield, where a landmine kills Atami's horse. Atami gathers his gold and sets off another mine on purpose in order to get away. The minefield rapidly claims the soldiers sent after him. To provide a clear route, two of the detained women are ordered ahead. Aino, one of the prisoners, offers to lead the way in lieu of one of the women. When Bruno finds Atami's dog tag, he discovers that Atami was a former Finnish commando who fought against the Red Army during the Winter War and lost his family and house. With nothing left to his name, the resentful Atami went on to become a renowned one-man death squad known as Kashiai, the Immortal, who has murdered hundreds of communist soldiers. Bruno disobeys the instruction to turn back and stop following Atami and disregards the warning. Atami, battered and worn out, is startled awake by the platoon's approach. He hangs underneath one of the German cars, punctures the fuel tank, and douses himself in gasoline to mask his scent while the troops' dogs follow him. Atami escapes when the battalion stops to check the leak. He fends off the dogs by setting himself on fire and then jumps into a nearby lake. Bruno orders soldiers into the lake as he waits for him to surface, but Atami cuts their throats underwater and inhales the air that is escaping from their necks. When Atami gets across the lake, Bruno discovers his puppy. Atami finds refuge in a gas station after learning that the Germans had left the town in ruins that are on fire. Bruno, with a lit stick of dynamite on his collar, sends Atami's dog to find his owner. Atami calms the dog down, but the blast weakens her. Atami is hanged from the gas station sign by Bruno, Wolf, and tank driver Schutze, who take the gold and leave him for dead. However, Atami manages to save himself from the noose by securing his wounds onto a protruding reinforcement bar, which leaves him unconscious and yet hanging from the rope. When two German pilots descend in an attempt to find fuel, the wind from the aircraft causes the gas station sign to come free, causing Atami to tumble to the earth. When the plane's engineer discovers that Atami is still alive, the captain gives him the order to kill both the dog and Atami. The engineer is killed by Atami, while the pilot is rendered unconscious. Bruno plans to use the gold to escape with Wolf and Schutze, arranging for a pilot to fly them to safety as the rest of the platoon heads to Norway. Bruno is unwilling to face the implications of Germany's oncoming loss. Atami compels the pilot who is still alive to fly him in the direction of the platoon. The pilot of the aircraft was hanged by the same noose Wolf used on Atami. The soldiers soon learn when the plane crashes in their path. Atami kills the guards aboard the truck containing the captive women and equips them with weapons as the convoy moves on. Taking over one of the trucks, he and Aino let Bruno jump onto it while the women shoot the remaining troops on the other truck. After Atami drags Wolf out of the tank and gives him a severe beating, she abandons him to the mercy of the women and goes after Bruno, who brutally murders Schutze before flying off with the pilot. Atami uses his pickaxe to carve his way on board the aircraft while it is in midair after firing at it, gravely wounding the pilot. Following a hand-to-hand battle, Bruno subdues Atami by beating him with a static line. Bruno is ready to strike him again when Atami quickly attaches the static line to a bomb, lets it go through the bomb bay door, and kills Bruno. Atami straps himself in as the jet falls into a sizable swamp after discovering the pilot is also dead. The women, under Aino's leadership, show the German tank and wolf to a stunned Finnish army. Atami, who is remarkably still alive, emerges from the marsh, finds his dog, and travels to Helsinki, which has been devastated by war. Atami, covered in bruises and cuts, walks inside a bank and throws his gold nuggets on the counter. The other patrons, who are well dressed, stare at him in shock. When he eventually does talk in the film, it's to ask the teller to swap them for big bank notes, saying they'll be easier to carry than the nuggets. To support the channel, please like, turn on the notification, and subscribe for more videos like this one. I appreciate you seeing.